Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some fundamentals that are going to make your workouts so much more effective. You guys will really notice the difference once you start implementing these tools into your workouts. So go find your workout space and let's go. Alright everyone, come down to the floor. The whole workout's going to be on the floor, so get comfortable. We're just going to start off with a few normal breaths just to relax and get settled in, and then we're going to move into our breathing technique. So you can sit up really nice and tall. Roll those shoulders down and back. Feel free to close your eyes as well and just take a few big breaths in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. A couple more like this. One more. Lovely. Okay, from here, let's get into it. I'm just going to turn to the side so you guys can see what I mean. So the first one that we're going to do is our belly breath, and this one feels a little bit counterintuitive to how you would normally breathe. So sitting up really nice and tall, once again, you're going to pop your hands on your tummy. As you inhale here, instead of bringing your tummy in, I want you to actually push it out on your inhale. So you inhale, push that tummy out, and then as you exhale, you draw it inwards. So it feels a little bit different to what we normally would do. So a couple of breaths like this just to get the hang of it. Big inhale, push that tummy out, exhale, pull it all back in. You can really exaggerate that movement as well there, so you can really feel that difference. One more. Lovely. So that breath there helps to engage our core. It helps to increase our lung capacity as well. And it also just helps us to calm down and get focus. So that's your belly breath. The next one that we're going to do, I'll face you guys again, is called the lateral breath. Now for this one, I want you to pop your fingertips on your rib cage. Keep those shoulders down. So sitting up really nice and tall once again, and this time I just want you to breathe how you normally would, but I just want you to take in enough air that you're really filling up those lungs. So big inhale and big exhale. So you can really see as I inhale, my arms and my hands really come out to the side because I'm really filling up my lungs here and releasing my ribs. So big inhale, big exhale. Couple of breaths like this. Big inhale, big exhale. Last one. Cool. So that's your lateral breath. That breath helps to loosen up your rib cage. It helps to release your mid-back, and it also helps to improve your lung capacity. With your lateral breath, that breath is used when you can't take in a lot of air. So for example, if you're doing a lot of core work and you can't breathe down into your belly, the lateral breath is great for that one. And then your belly breath, the first one that we did, that is really good for when you're using you're not using your abs as much for more sustained periods of time. So if you're doing like squats and things like that, you can use that breath. All right, let's come down to our backs, rolling ourselves down here. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is our different spinal positions and pelvis positions. So I just want you to just get nice and comfortable, and then I just want you to focus on your pelvis here. So you can take your fingertips to your hips so you can get that physical feedback. So what I want you to do here is I want you to start to think about tucking your tailbone under and sending your pubic bone forward. So you're almost rocking your hips up towards the ceiling. So it's just a little movement there, and you can feel it with your hands. And then I want you to take it all back. So as you're doing these little pelvic rocks, you're changing the position of your spine. So just do a couple of rocks here. It might feel a little bit strange, or you might be a bit unsure if you're doing it right, but don't worry, you are. It's not a massive movement there, just a few rocks forward and back. So you can just see, if you look here on me, you can just see those movements there. The next thing that we're going to talk about is your neutral position of your spine. So that means that it's just your normal position when you're laying down. So you can see this is me laying down, and then I've got this like tiny little gap that I can just slide my hands underneath. That is your neutral position of your spine. From here, we're going to talk about our imprinted spine. So this is your neutral, this is your strongest position there. And then we're going to pop your hands back on your hips, and then we're going to rock our hips back so there is no gap. So you can see I can't put my hands under there. That is your imprinted spine. We will use that when we're doing our core work. You'll hear me say, press your spine into the floor. That is what I'm talking about. So if you want to do a few more rocks forward and back, just so you know that you can change positions there of your spine and of your pelvis. So from here, we're just going to do a little exercise to make sure we know how to incorporate our breathing and our different spinal positions. So place your hands behind your head. So currently you've got a little gap here. You can see my fingertips. So that is your neutral spine. Arms are behind the head. So nice neutral to begin with. You're going to take a nice big inhale. So use that lateral breath, big inhale. And then as you exhale to come up, you're going to push that air out. And then you can see I've changed from a neutral spine to my imprinted spine. So let's just do a couple like that. And I just want you to focus on moving from neutral to imprint and inhale to exhale. So let's go. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Nice job. So another key thing that we want to think about is engaging our core properly. You'll often hear me say, press your belly button back to your spine, and you'll feel those tummy muscles contract. But now I want you to really focus here on correctly doing that. So I want you to press your belly button back to your spine. So you can see also my pelvis moving there into imprinted. So belly button goes back to spine, and you'll feel that tension on your tummy. You'll feel those tummy muscles contract. But now I want you to think about as well, pulling your hips in towards that belly button, and then also drawing your pubic and sternum bone together. So when you think that you're trying to contract and move inwards there, you really feel those tummy muscles turning on, and that is how we engage the core. Another thing that we can do is called fingertip abdominals. So for that, you're going to take your fingertips to your abdominals, and then just start off in your neutral spine. And then what I want you to do here is I want you to focus on trying to draw your tummy away from your fingertips. So from here, I want you to just start to press that spine flat, really try and draw that tummy inwards. So you're moving away from the fingertips, and that will also help you to engage the core there as well. All right, staying where we are, we're going to start to work through a couple of different moves that is also used to help turn the tummy muscles on. We're just going to start, you can have your hands wherever you like. We're just going to lift that right leg off the floor and then pop it back down, and then the left leg. So this is the first sort of toe taps that you can do just to turn them on, those tummy muscles on. So you can just move nice and slowly there. And if you do this for long enough, it will burn. Classic Pilates, right? Just don't look like you're doing a heck of a lot, but you are. All right, so you can just do a couple like that. Cool, and then I still want you to have that imprinted spine there. Still thinking about drawing our tummy away from our hands. You can keep your hands there as well. Just do a couple of like this. And then if you want to add to it, you can lift your head, neck and shoulders, and then just do the same thing. When we lift our head, neck and shoulders, it helps to imprint that spine and really come through that core. All right, place that back down. From here, we're going to bring our legs up to tabletop like this. You can stay with the first one if that was enough for you. That's totally fine. And just feel free to come back to this whenever you need a little refresher if you're a bit unsure if you're doing it correctly. So legs are now in tabletop, and then you're going to tap that left foot down, bring it back up, right foot down and back up. So now I really want you to think about, is my spine flat? Is my tummy engaged? And am I breathing properly as you tap those feet down? Nice, so just do a couple here. keeping that spine in our imprint. Cool, and then if you want a little bit more, you can come up. And let's work through that tummy. Lovely. All right, let's go for last 5. 4, really press that spine flat. Last 3, 2, good. And last one, let's go for a little hold. Why not? We're already here. Reach those fingertips nice and long. Good, and then relax back down. From here, we're going to extend our legs out nice and long, starting off in that neutral position. Arms are going to come up nice and long. From here, I want you to think about engaging that core, so belly button back to spine, hips in, pubic and sternum bone together, arms nice and long. And then we're just going to start to roll ourselves up. You can touch the toes and then restack nice and tall, and then slowly lower back down. Now, as you're doing your roll-ups, I don't want you to fling yourself forward using your arms. I want you to really focus on using your tummy muscles there. So arms are nice and long, and then just rolling up, touch the toes. If you can't touch your toes, that's fine. It doesn't matter. And rolling back down. Now, if you can roll up to here, if you can roll up to here, I'm fine with that. That's totally fine. That's totally normal. That core strength will come, and everyone is different. So everyone's got a different background. We've all done different things in our lives, and that's totally normal. So just a couple more here and roll back down. Nice. Good. Now we'll start thinking about when we're using our breath. So we inhale to lower. Big inhale here. Exhale to come back up. Let's go for a couple more. Good job. All right, let's make this next one our last one. Let's make it a good one. Rolling all the way up and finishing there. Rolling back down. All right, now we're going to incorporate our core work and our little roll up. So I want you to roll up to about here. I want you to really reach those fingertips nice and long. And then all we're going to do here is start to pump those arms. So my spine is now imprinted, my tummy's working, and my core is burning. So just doing little pumps like this. This is your hundreds. You can do different variations with the legs, but this is a classic Pilates move. So little pulses up and down, just like that. Try not to think about your neck here either. I want you to focus on your core. Good, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, press that spine flat. Last 3, last 2, and last 1, relax back down. Okay, from here, a little bit more core work. We're going to go into our single leg stretch. So we're going to come up just to start off with. We're going to extend our arms out nice and long, and then we're going to come back to this nice C-curve position of our spine. So tailbone tucks under, pubic bone goes forward, and we're starting off that C-curve with this part of our spine. And then I want you to curve your spine back into that C. So you can see me now, that spine in that C-curve. All right, from here, we're going to start with our right leg, bring it in, place it back down, and then our left. So just a little change here. Little movements there with those legs. And I also want you to focus on trying to keep your toes pointed when we're doing our core work, or whenever I tell you to point your toes. So just a little lift and little lower. So as you're doing this, I still want you to focus on pressing that belly button back to your spine to engage that core. Sometimes when you're doing this, you might feel your hip flexors switching on. That's normal. That happens to a lot of people. Sometimes it happens to me, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends whether you're engaging your core properly, or maybe those muscles aren't quite there yet, but that's okay. That's why we're here doing this together. Cool. So let's go for a couple more here. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. All right. Let's do one final little stretch. this is your mermaid. So you're gonna have your left leg bent next to you like that and your right leg is in front. If that's not comfortable, you can sit like this, you can sit however you like. We're just gonna take our arms out to a T shape. Sitting up nice and tall, you're gonna take your left fingertips down towards the floor, right arm's gonna come up and over. So you'll notice that your left leg is stopping you from getting very far down. So really reaching those fingertips up and over. And I want you to think about keeping both of your bum cheeks on the floor. So once you start to think about keeping really weighted through that lower part of your body, you'll notice a deeper stretch through that side body there. And then have a play around with where your neck and your head is. So if you're looking up towards the ceiling, you'll feel a stretch. And then if you look down towards the floor, it'll feel a little bit different. Still just reaching those fingertips up and over. Nice. And then let's just swap position of our legs. It was like a dance move, wasn't it? So once again, coming out to that T shape, left arm up and over, big stretch through that side body. Good, and then just having a little play around with where our head is looking. Nice, and we'll release. We're all done, guys. I hope you guys liked that one and found it useful and informative. I'm gonna make a couple more videos like this if you guys like them, so please let me know, leave a comment and like the video. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.